Good day, dear Cancerians. My name is Amber. I'm from Symbols for Living. This is your December forecast or tarot forecast, December 2016, for your love and general life insights. So, the overarching energy for the month is sorry, to get a drink, it's the King of Cups. At the center of the reading, you have got the Page of Cups crossed by the moon. So this month is definitely going to be an emotional month. Your outcome card is also the Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups. So yeah, definitely a lot of emotions. You've also got the Queen of Cups here, so how you see yourself. So it looks to me that this month there could be a Cancerian, Pisces or Scorpio man in your life that is possibly causing you some sort of strife, upset, or just giving you a lot to think about for whatever reason. I can see here that as you see how you see yourself is the Nine of Swords accompanied by the Queen of Cups. So you might just see yourself as a bit of an emotional kind of wreck at the moment, in a sense of not really being able, like just always feeling sad, just always being caught up in your emotions, too much to think about, which is making you too emotional. That's how you see yourself anyway. So I don't know, those two cards just stood out to me most. So I just wanted to let you know that, you know, you're not alone, and I can see your pain, and I don't know if you're torn between. I don't think you're torn between two people or anything, but it looks like in order to have a fresh start in love, you have to let go of something in love. That's what the outcome seems to be saying, but we'll start from the beginning. So we've got the Page of Cups here as to how you know, where you're at right now, crossed by the moon. So you could be just feeling really confused. You could be dating someone that's younger than you. You could be dating someone that's older than you as well. We've got the Hermit card here as well. And the World card. Yeah, I think there could be an age difference here. Where you may be the younger one. And it seems like there's just so much you don't understand. Things are not clear. You know that you care about this person, but maybe even still your feelings aren't completely clear about how you actually feel about this person. Or you could feel like you just don't know this person well enough to be able to say what your feelings really mean. Or mean to you at this stage. So, but the moon card here is a major arcana, so it is also offering you advice that in actual fact, some clarity may be able to be found if you yourself can find your own center. The Hermit card is also the sister card to the moon card. They complement each other. Where the moon has the holes, the hermit fills those holes, and vice versa. And you have it in your past, and we have it with the Eight of Coins card here, which talks about determination, perfection. The Hermit card is about, is represented by Virgo, which also talks about determination and perfection. So you may have been, really have found your inner guiding light of some sort. Taking some time out to really work on yourself. Putting a lot of hard work into something. You could have been really, really focused on work in the past. Or your relationship could have had a really huge focus on work and diligently working on the commitments that you've made, on on what you may feel is your destined path. You made a lot of headway in that direction, but that's now in your past. So that could be something that you build on again in the future. But at this stage, you find yourself now in a brand new kind of situation with the Page of Cups, a brand new romantic situation. So you could have been so focused on work or so focused on developing yourself, that now new love has come along. It's like, where did you come from and how do I deal with this? It could be that kind of confusion, because that's what the cards seem to be suggesting. As the future card, near future card, we've got the Ten of Cups, accompanied by the Ace of Swords. So you may have just come to a realization that actually, to find full true happiness, I need the whole shebang. I can't just have work. You know, this new relationship or new love that's come into your life could have led you to the realization that actually love is what you want. Love is really what makes you happy, and that you've had to kind of make a decision, because of this newfound awareness. And this newfound awareness is also repeated again into your conscious thoughts with the Tower card here, which accompanies the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles talks about independence. The Nine is also associated with the Hermit card. The Hermit card is also a 9 card. So I would say that there's a complete restructuring of your life as you know it in terms of living independently. So you may be really independent. Cancerians are, I believe, my mother's actually a Cancerian, and I don't think I've met anyone as independent as her. No. And I've also got an old best friend who's a Cancerian. If I look back, yes, she definitely is really, really, in quite a beautiful, loving, kind of soft way, independent. So yeah, you Cancerians, you know how to hold your own, and look after yourself. But that sense of independence, that sense of doing everything on your own with the Nine of Pentacles here, being responsible for everything in your world, like solely being responsible for it and just living to make yourself happy, living to fix your own needs, living by putting yourself first. You seem to have achieved that. You've achieved that. You've put in a lot of work to do that. So you may now have your own home or have your own, your own space, lots of nice clothes to wear, regular holidays, to live in a comfortable life. But solely on your own kind of thing. You may have lots of friends. You might go with them, but you don't really have one person that you're romantically connected to, that you're making plans with. You're making them all on your own. So the Tower card here is saying basically that you've come to the awareness that actually on your own is not what's going to make you happy, and that you'll need to change that in order to find happiness. And it looks like the world is changing that for you. And it may be with this King of Cups person that's coming in. Basically, like I said to you, he's causing some disruption to your world. He's upsetting you in some way, I said. And I think that's what's happening. He's come in and he's kind of rocked your world a little bit, I think. Because he's brought in this new opportunity of love. And you do have a new opportunity of love here, because the outcome is the Ace of Cups, although it's accompanied by the Five of Cups. So you may feel like, you're having to leave behind some sort of happiness, leave behind maybe quite a fun life of independence, maybe. But it's worth it, because the Ace of Cups on its own, it overflows. It's the cup itself is as big as your whole body kind of thing. It takes up the whole page. There's much more to be gained through focusing on what's coming next than thinking about what you're going to lose, which could be your independence. You really, really like your independence by the looks of things. At the base of the reading, we've got the Queen of Swords. So your subconscious drives, so the Queen of Swords also accompanied by the Empress card. So yeah, your basic drives is to always be sharp and on point, and you've always kind of lived by that. You know, even as a Cancerian woman, having to be wise and know when to put aside your feelings and to actually act in a strategic, logical way to get things done, which isn't the easiest thing for a Cancerian. So I'm really quite surprised to see that here. But it looks like, yeah, deep down, behind it all, when you're on your own, you're actually, your thoughts are really dominated by quite strategic thoughts. And yeah, you're just more decisive. You're not thinking maybe too much about you know, what makes you feel comfortable and what makes you happy, and you're more thinking about, well, what's going to get me from A to B? What do I really want? How am I going to make this Ace of Swords new way of thinking actually permanent, you know? Or really, because you're thinking so strategically about it, that's what's led you to be more decisive, because now maybe you know more of what you want. But it's accompanied here by the Empress card. So again, it is decisive action, but again, you are thinking about yourself and you are thinking about your well-being, and I think you recognize that you are worth it. You are almost protective of yourself. You know, you love and cherish and honor your femininity. And it means a lot to you, and it looks like you are quite protective of it. And maybe that's really what it is. You love yourself so much that that might be why you were so independent, and you loved loving yourself a lot. You love to pamper yourself and all of those kind of things. But the Tower card is coming in to say, well, actually, it's great to look after yourself and do all these nice things to yourself, but there's much more happiness to be gained in family relationships, in friends, in, you know, love relationships. So, but you see yourself now, because you've been faced with this new opportunity, it's actually keeping you up at night and making you feel quite uncomfortable. But you're actually more in your element. And I think maybe you've just been so out of your element for such a long time, being the Hermit, which is very earthy, and the Eight of Coins, and then the Queen of Swords here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles up there. It's very earthy, grounded, thoughtful, strategic energy. And now you're dealing with your emotions. You feel like overly emotional, but it's probably just you're thinking about it too much. For the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups to show up in the same reading shows that you do have a true connection with this person. The Ace of Cups to also show up, the World card to also show up, the Magician card to show up, the Ten of Cups to show up, the Page of Cups. It is saying that what you have here, yes, it may really change how you do things on a day-to-day basis, or how you live your life, or change your lifestyle, but you are a really good match. And this guy, as I said, I think I said before, could be a water sign. If this is for a man, though, you could just be very well feeling like, again, I think this applies the same for men actually, you'd be feeling the same way. There could be like quite maybe an older female that could be coming into your life that is got a lot of stability in her life, quite emotionally balanced kind of woman, that again has come into your world and caused you to maybe think outside of your normal way of thinking, and has given you new things to think about, and given you also a bigger vision for your future. We've then got the King of Swords here as to how people see you, accompanied by the Magician. So people see you again as actually being quite the strategic person. Your partner sees you as actually maybe being very much of the sword energy, very thoughtful, decisive, factual, objective. Yeah, sees you as someone who is able to kind of cut off their emotions and deal with the facts. But with the King of Swords, that actually even more so than just like you're actually very good at it, and you're also and that it's you're quite dominant in your approach maybe to dealing with others. You could be maybe quite short and quite to the point with people. But he seems to really, he or she, I should say, sorry, the perspective person who's looking in on the situation, with rose tinted glasses at you, sees, they also see you as being quite the magician. They see you, they do see your accomplishments, and they see your independence, and they completely respect that. And they see as actually quite attractive, and I think it makes them feel even more drawn to you. But the magician here does talk about all the elements. So please do remember that you are a Cancerian and you're a water sign. You need to maybe consider all your elements and consider being more of a rounded person. You'll achieve a lot more by incorporating all parts of yourself rather than shutting yourself away in protection, shutting your emotional side away in protection of yourself. Yes, that's fantastic, but it looks like the universe is saying that you've come to a point now in your progression where you're ready now to start incorporating other parts of your personality. You've now managed to successfully be an independent, financially comfortable person. And it's now time to try to incorporate what other aspects of your character that maybe you have laid dormant due to you being protective. But in order for you to find the happiness you're looking for, you may need to, become a more well-rounded person like the Empress. Let the Empress come forth, She's very well-rounded. So then we've got in your hopes and fears, we've got the Justice card and the World card. So this talks to karma. So you could be worried about some sort of karma. You could be worried that it will finish before it starts even. You could also be worried that this is a karmic fated relationship that you will be, in some sort of bondage with, And I think, or maybe you recognize that this is a special connection with the Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups, Queen and King of Cups, Empress cards, all those lovey-dovey cards coming in. Definitely the energy of love and connection. The Moon card there as well. That's deep emotion with the Page of Cups. Very, very deep, pure emotion. You feel it. You know that something's happening, and that's why it's probably rocking your world. Yeah. So yeah, you're fearing, I think. You could be hoping that justice is served, and that you do actually, this is the one. This is the one, and that you do actually find that connection, and that, finally you can kind of exhale and have this true connection with this person. And I think also you're worried that you want to make sure that the values that you have got as well and your own value system doesn't have to be changed because you're with someone else. You still want to retain basically some of your independence and retain your sense of internal feeling of being on the right path. But I think definitely you're feeling this one, and I think you really care about this person. And yeah. Good. They're really nice cards, actually. Ace of Cups as the outcome of the Five of Cups, as we said before, looks like yeah, you are going to have to give up something. This being with this person does require some sort of letting go of something that's not needed, or maybe some sort of past hurt, some sort of past disappointment that led you into the hermit phase of going within and just focusing on work. You know, whatever happened there, you need to let it go. You need to accept that it was in the past and it no longer serves you, and that if you only turn around, you'll see the Ten of Cups below you and the Ace of Cups coming in. So yeah, maybe really this hermit stage actually was there's quite a lot of maybe self-pity involved in that stage, or mourning, and that's what could be causing you to be quite stressed out as well, that you're fearing that you have to get your cups out again and that they might be spilt over again. But it looks quite promising, to be honest. There's a lot of positive cards here for the month of December anyway. It looks like, you know, maybe just test the waters, you know, test the waters, like literally test out your emotions. No, but seriously, test out the waters in the sense, maybe, you know, allow these changes to happen, but, you know, at your own pace, maybe. And I think the most important thing is here, with the advice right at the center of the reading and with the Queen of Cups, is to follow your intuition. Your intuition is going to be your guiding light, literally. Whereas before, maybe your work and your soul's path was your guiding light. Now it's saying, you know, just listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, listen to the whispers in the wind. Listen to your quiet inspirations, and let them guide you through this next phase of your life that you may not be able to see if it's going to work out or not, but it will allow you to expand your ability to love. And I think that's what this reading is really all about, with the overarching energy being the King of Cups as well. Definitely is about expanding your love and not becoming too hardened, because after all, you are a Cancerian. Okay, have a fantastic month. I hope it all works out very nicely for you. Any questions, leave them below. I'll be more than happy to try and help you out. Yeah, have a really great December. Happy Christmas and Happy New Year. All right, bye.